Okay, I'm getting better at being faster. So, core trade. This is the core vertical trade, which is the one with the vertical spread. So the volatility is not unpredictable. It's easy to. So once it I'm filling it out. It's pretty easy though. So what I'm doing now is if this, you can see I just get the delta so it's relatively flat. And watch these numbers. Like this number, it's 10 times higher relative in the SPY. So so if you had the ES on, this would only be whatever. What's that? A one, less than one, like 0.8. So it's not very much. It has to move a whole point in the ES, which is kind of a lot, just to change $10. So, so if this goes down to 32.50, I'm gonna get out of one of these, or 325 or whatever. I'm gonna get out of one of these. And if it's down to 324.50, I'll get out of a second one. And then I'll still make $120 and it'll be down here. If it goes up, I'll have to get into another one. But I probably will let that go for a bit till it gets up maybe up to 327-ish or something. So I'm playing that out and I'll have an update. Okay. But it's under control and the volatility is easy to understand. This bearish one, I didn't have to. I've been playing with this just to see if I can change the volatility problem, like on Ryan's, but keep with the diagonal idea. So the way it would be ordinarily would be like I just put this on and here's where we'd be. Like I was telling you before, like, hey, if it crosses over this, you just get out, and normally, you're gonna look at how much you can make on a normal. It's easy to make this much. You don't have to do anything. $400, and if you lose 50. So I would just get out. No big deal. You lose $50 here and there, and you're in plenty of weeks where you make 300 and 400. So that's it's a good trade. I think over time, I think this trade would make a killing because I took off Ryan's debit spread because it's too. Because of the volatility. But this part of it, I think, you put it on for a lot of credit, and as soon as the market falls, as soon as the market opens, especially if it falls, you just get in low down, and either it stays down or it comes back in the range, and you make a lot of money, or it goes past this, and you just get out and take your minor profit or loss, depending on when it goes, which is what I've been saying. So I think this trade's solid, but I'm trying to improve it. But I'm going to stick with that if I can improve it. But what I did was, yesterday at around, it was 32.52.25, whatever time that happened at, this was at 11 cents. So right now, see, it's at 7, so it's more expensive yesterday, which makes sense. So I put this on yesterday, which changes the delta, and so I put this on too. Yesterday, and so that's where I'm at. So it just makes it all of a sudden, instead of taking a loss of $50 or whatever, it's pretty likely that I'm going to make some money here. So I'm just and the idea of why this volatility shouldn't get crushed as much is because if you put it on later in the week, a lot of the volatility has already bled out, so the change in volatility won't be as great as if you put it on the beginning of the trade. So there's that, and then the volatility one. Man, this has been all over the place, and this is a kind of a relatively tougher week, but still no big deal, easy to control, and only $50 in loss, and I'm up 100. I have $133 today, just to get back to break even. Now I could do this, and I might. I'm just waiting to see if the market starts to fall. It looks like it's not falling. I thought it was going to fall. If it was, I was going to not do this. But look at this. So I could put this on first, and then this, and then you'd be in here, and then you got $271. So I'm going to wait a few more minutes, make sure the market's not falling or anything, and then put that on. I mean, if it falls, I'll do my thing. and adjust it again. But I'm just showing it's free. Like, this is very easy, and like $271 of data today. So I get up $100, 100, and just get out, and that's it. And on a rough week, you make $100. Okay, so let me take it off for now and just give it a little more time. Okay. My last trade, and then I'll go back to Ryan. This trade is a great trade. This is you can see it. I have it in here. I'm up. I wonder how there's no quick way to see how much you're in profit or loss on this, I don't think. Yeah, well, 187. Well, there's a difference between those two, right? So it's it's $73 today. I don't know how you I don't know fucking Tastyworks or any good way to look at anything, but whatever, it's real. So the money, when I started this trade, I was at 52,161, I think. So there it is. That's whatever that is. Maybe I could be. Anyway, sorry, I'm just talking a lot, but you can see this trade is bouncing all over the place, and it's still up. It's only been a day. Sorry. Where am I looking? Here. Sorry, I'm all over the place. This one, yeah. So $50, right? It makes sense. Okay. And so back to Ryan's trades. Okay, wow, right? More volatility crush. I'm actually in this trade. I'm actually losing it. So, I'm starting to hate this trade of his. Here's the one with. This is the one that you really liked. You said it looked great. So, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I say it did look great, but this is the one that I sent to you, and you're like, "Wow, it's so huge." That's what she said, and this was like you were excited about this trade, and it was way up here. And the VXX said this is without the VXS. This is just the trade, and this didn't save it. So it's another fucking example of this not working. We should either we don't understand it and we should look it up or something. So here's the trade. Another version of it with 3 different volatility things to see if it would have helped. Nothing seems like you have to do it earlier, which makes it more expensive. Or you can't do it. We have no loss to the downside. So this is your trade. No, sorry, it's not. That's my trade again. I was doing this. Was another experiment. Did this on Monday just to see how it would have worked. With this on, it's even worse. I mean, it's not going to work out. Here's yours. I don't think you ever got this. If you had, it would have been good. But you see how the theta and this balance out, and you want to get out on Thursday. So, and that's what if it had filled. So if you did this, if you had done this at the time, it would have been worse. If you had done it like this, if you gotten in 2 of these, well, you wouldn't have done that probably, right? But you wouldn't have done that trade. So I get it, but be interested to hear what happened for you. Okay, so that's it. So my trades are going well, and I made good money on my other ones that I closed. If you remember, I did my I already did the core puts. I just got out because I don't think that's a good trade yet. Got to work on that. Vertical bear. I'm just switching account, so that's a good trade. Put spreads worked beautifully, like I said. Flat delta. I got out $100 because I'm putting that in Tastyworks. So this one and this one. I think this one and this one I'm putting in Tastyworks because it's you don't ever have to make quick moves. And since I don't know the program or the conditional orders or anything, I can do it in there. Okay, so I'm gonna get into one of these soon, probably tomorrow. And look at this. This is the this is working so far. This is that experiment. This was far away. This is right where it is now. And look how far away it's moving. It's not below. It's not down. And when it got closer, this was going up. So I think the market volatility may override the option volatility. So I'm gonna put on another fake trade probably today. Just get rid of this now that we're seeing it. That was just the point. So, or I'll leave it and then I'll put on a fake trade to see how this would do. Like you put it on so it looks ugly, basically. Like you put it on over here and you have this dipping below, and like you said, it looked ugly. Yes, true. But I think when it gets close to it, this will raise up. So maybe that's the Ryan, you put it on, it looks pretty, and then it goes ugly. Maybe this one you put it on ugly and it goes pretty. But hopefully Ryan has another solution to this volatility problem that we just haven't seen yet. Okay.